What makes a biggest cake tiered versus a sheet cake? Imagine a cake so huge it could be seen from space, or a cake that spreads across an entire room. When it comes to record-breaking cakes, size and design are everything. The main difference between the biggest tiered cakes and the biggest sheet cakes is how they are built and what makes them impressive. A tiered cake is made of multiple layers stacked on top of each other, each layer called a tier. These tiers are usually separated by supports like dowels or boards to hold the weight above. For example, the tallest cake ever made was over 33 meters high and had many tiers stacked carefully to reach that height. These cakes look stunning because of their height and multi-level design. Building such a cake takes a lot of planning, engineering, and teamwork. The layers need to be balanced perfectly so the cake doesn't topple over. The biggest tiered cakes often weigh thousands of pounds and requiring special internal supports to stay stable. They are usually made for big celebrations like weddings or record-breaking events. On the other hand, a sheet cake is baked in a large, flat pan. Instead of stacking layers vertically, sheet cakes grow in size by spreading out horizontally. The largest sheet cakes are often measured by their surface area or how many layers they have stacked side by side. For example, some record-setting sheet cakes have hundreds of layers and cover huge floor spaces, but they stay flat and wide. They are easier to serve because you can cut many uniform pieces from a large, flat surface. The main difference is height versus area. Tiered cakes focus on creating a tall, eye-catching structure, which needs internal supports to keep everything stable. Sheet cakes focus on spreading out over a large space, with no need for supports because they are flat. Both types can be incredibly heavy, but tiered cakes concentrate their weight vertically, making balance a big challenge. Sheet cakes distribute their weight evenly across a broad base, making them easier to handle in some ways. When it comes to record-breaking feats, the tallest cake ever built was a multi-tiered structure reaching 33 meters high, requiring tons of ingredients and careful engineering. Meanwhile, the largest layer cake by number of layers had 260 layers but stayed flat and wide. So, in simple terms, the biggest tiered cakes are all about height and visual impact, built with multiple stacked layers, while the biggest sheet cakes are about spreading out horizontally with many layers laid flat. Both are amazing achievements in baking and engineering, showing how creative and resourceful bakers can be when aiming for record-breaking sizes.